Well, hello, it's Alicia. I'm really, I'm really glittery. I couldn't even wait to say something introductory before just whipping my arm out and showing you all of this. These are swatches of 4 dozen Dear Katie Brown glitters, and I did live swatches of them on my on YouTube. I did it as just a live stream. But in doing that, it gave me the idea to compare these to not only my colourpop glitters, but also the newly released Tati Beauty glitters, which are in her Volume 1 eyeshadow palette. So that's what we're going to do. And I have it's not daytime, it's pitch black outside. I actually just changed into this tank top so I could do the arm swatches like Tati. And this glitter is left over from yesterday, which was Thanksgiving. And of course, I doused myself in glitter for Thanksgiving. Why wouldn't I? So, I'm going to grab a bunch of different glitter products from my collection, and we're going to compare them to each other and to all of these frickin' gorgeous Dear Katie Brown glitters that I've had for a hot little minute. Oof. Ooh, feels so good. Okay, let's see what I can find. Tequila. Okay, that was weird. Okay, but I have a bunch of glitters and they weren't hard to find because I have glitters everywhere. Okay. No. Hang on. Are you green? Okay. All right. So, I'm here. I'm ready. Okay. So, I've done a couple of videos on my channel comparing some different glitters. At first, I was comparing the Lemonhead Los Angeles and the Dear Katie Brown glitters. I don't recall what else I had in my collection at the time, but now I have more. I always have more. There's something in my eyeball. I hope it's not glitter. So I'm actually going to compare some things for. Actually, you know what? I've got one more. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, let's look at some glitters. So one of the things we could do is we could just start with Tati's. So this is the newest. I don't know. It's not the newest, but it's the newest big influencer launch that I have purchased. I got it when it came out. I'm just kind of trying to change the angle so you can see the different color tones and the shifts and the glitter and all that business. So she's got a row of glitters here. And she has said that this is a very innovative new formula. She's said that when you swatch them, most of the glitter, if not all, comes off on your body and is not left on your fingers. So we're going to check that out because she has stated that in her videos. And then I'm going to see if I have dupes for these or whether these are really, really different. And in Tati fashion, I think I'm going to go ahead and do arm swatches because that's what she lives for. So her glitters are Memory, Ritual, Story, Soothe, Aura, and Poet, and I'll go in that order. If you don't already have this palette, then maybe this will be helpful. But here are what the glitters look like swatched on my fingers. And that's, I just want you to see it at a higher concentration. And then on my arm, there's 1, 2, 3 of her glitters. Ooh, she's sparkly. And about Tati's claim, this could be due to me having just swatched a bunch of other stuff, or it could just be that her fingers are cleaner than mine. I don't know. But I am going to use my pants to wipe off the swatches in between to clean off my fingers, and then I'll do the next three, doing Soothe, Aura, and Poet. My favorite in here, I think, is Aura because it has so many other reflecty colors in it. So there are those three. I'm gonna like block a little bit of light so you can kind of see. We'll just go ahead and put them here with their friends. So we're gonna do another 1, 2, and 3. Okay. So there are Tati's glitters from the Volume 1. Did she call this something? Who has the textured neutrals? Is this textured neutrals? What is this? This just says Volume 1. I'm not sure. I'll clarify to myself on the screen so at least you're not confused. Okay, so it's a little difficult to there you go. To show these colors. Obviously super shiny. But there you go with that situation. Yeah. Okay, I was saying this one is my favorite because I think it's got more different reflex in it. And the other ones are a little bit more unidimensional in terms of like tonal variation. Okay, so there's that. I might do some other swatches like maybe in my hand or on this side so you can get the side-by-sides. I'm going to swatch my least favorite glitter for you so we can get that out of the way. This is by Smith & Colt. I'm pretty sure this retails for like $22 and it's actual garbage. This is like garbage in a pan. It's got the worst texture. I'm swirling and digging in there to like pick up the product and it's just primarily gooey balm and not actual glitter. Man, this is my personal least favorite glitter, and this is by Smith & Colt. And the shine, okay. So what I can say about this is the shine factor is there, but it's more of like a gloss balm than a glitter because the glitters are really widely distributed throughout. If you did happen to accidentally buy this, despite it being my least favorite glitter, this is how I would probably use it. I would never try to pack this on your lid. It's not going to work. Instead, you can put it on your skin and like buff it out. You'll get some cute little lightning bolts going on. But see how it doesn't have much of a base? And compared to the Tati ones, you've got actually like, you could wear that glitter and have it be opaque. This will never be opaque for you. And maybe that's not what they were going for. It's called Glitter Shot All Over Glitter Crush. If I can find like claims about what this is supposed to be, I'll put those up. But to me, the texture is just like very balmy, and then it makes the little lightning bolts just feel super gritty, super textured, and they're very loosely distributed. So it looks pretty there, but, and I guess that's how I'm going to use it. If I use it, it's going to be like that. But mostly I keep it for comparisons between like a crap glitter and like a yummy glitter. Okay, so I also wanted to just really quickly get out of the way all of my liquid glitters. So I've got the Cover FX Glitter Drops. Dagnabbit. If I was going to put a glitter all over my body, it would absolutely 1,000,000,000% be this and not the Smith & Colt one. So, just saying. I'll put that like here. And this is the one, it's like the bluish tint. There's a pinkish tint, and then there's like a whitish tint. And this is just gorgeous all over gloss. What I would do over the summer is I would mix in several drops of this with my lotion, and then I would put it all over my body. So that's what I would put on as opposed to that. You might think the colors are different when you put it all over your body. This one has pink, blue, and maybe a little bit of purple in there. And it's just like, I just prefer it personally. And if I am going to put it all over my body, I would prefer it to be in this liquid format as opposed to that greasy pot that feels like Vaseline with just like glitter put into it, but not super well. It's just my opinion. It's not my favorite. And then I've got a Violet Voss one here. This is whatever their liquid glitters are called. It's super freaking pretty. It's got gold and then holographic. So it's gold plus hollow, like true, genuine, Christine, Simply Nailogical approved hollow. And that looks like this. This is nice for getting like a very concentrated application, completely opaque, freaking stunning. I think I paid $15 for this. And to be honest, the next thing I'm going to show you, I paid $24 for. This is the Stila Glitter and Glow. And this one is in Sea Siren. Oh, no, it's not. This one is in Sunset Cove, which came out, I believe, with Sea Siren and a couple of other like duochromatic ones. And I'm really sad to say I don't recommend the Glitter and Glows anymore. As much as I love them when they were brand new, maybe you'll be able to see like when I try to like get some off the sides and it's just like dry and crusty and not doing what it did when it was brand new and wet and happy. So that's really disappointing to me because this is not the only one I have. I have several others. And again, these are an eyeshadow. As opposed to this one, it was meant to be on the body. The rest of them have been meant to also be, they're not meant for the eye area because they're not eye safe, but they're packed as eyeshadows. This one is packed as a liquid eyeshadow. And it looks nice there, but if you could just, you don't have to trust me, just look. I just put it in and took it out, and there's no more product on there. It's super dried out, and I don't believe I wore this enough for it to make sense that there's so little left and that it's so dried out. So these kind of disappoint me now. I have a couple of others. I mean, I have a billion others. This one, though. Okay, this one I will say I will freaking use forever. This one is in Perlina. And this one has... dagnabbit. This one's dried out, too. Like, look at these, like, flakies. You see the flakies? You can see the flakies. It dries out. And that freaking sucks because this one is so gosh darn beautiful. So if you're the kind of person who's going to use them up... Or maybe if you actually have Duraline and you could rehydrate them. Duraline from Inglot, I've heard, is an amazing product for rehydrating your makeup. But for me, I don't have that. And so I'm really, really disappointed with how fast these have dried out. Whereas the Violet Voss ones have not gotten super dried out on me. So yeah, just for the price and for how many other products you have at this point that do the same thing, I no longer support the Stila Glitter and Glows because they don't last long enough in my opinion. Just an opinion, just a thought. The Violet Voss ones are cheaper and freaking not dried out. Ooh, and it's got true hollow in it. It's like, it's real hollow, yeah. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. This has got a real hollow. Okay. And then because I've done it in the past, I'm going to also show you the Lemonhead Los Angeles glitter. And then I'm going to compare that with the ColourPop pot glitter. And then I'm going to compare the rest of the other ones. This is in Crystal Tokyo from Lemonhead Los Angeles. it's in this like gel, but like a nice wet one as compared to this one that feels like Vaseline or something. Which, just shut up. This one has holographic glitters in it as well. This is what it looks like in the pot. It's just this delicious like reindeer, unicorn poop of rainbow glitter. And I absolutely love these. I love them because I can put them over wider areas of my bodies. Oh my god, I can't word. But yeah, the gel dries down, and I can put it over large areas. I can put it in my hair. I can put it near my eyes, but you can see like this pot is marketed sort of in a different way to like this. This is probably not going to go over your whole body. Even like these pressed ones give me the feeling like they belong. I don't know. So, Crystal Tokyo, and I've had these now for a while. If you look back to those first glitter videos, that's when I first got these, and they're still perfect. They're freaking pristine. Suck it, Stila. I don't mean to be mean, but like I loved them, and then they dried out, and it made me cry. This is the ColourPop pot glitter, and it smells different and it feels different from the Lemonhead Los Angeles ones, but you can see like the size comparison. This one is like silver with hollow, and then this one's all golds. This is from the Frozen 2 collection. This is in the color Waterfall, and I really freaking love it. I think it's what I put all over my chest yesterday. This one also has like a goopy consistency that you can pull out. And this one is also more like meant to go all over your body. Let me like, just for a minute, swatch that so you can see it right next to the Lemonhead Los Angeles one. Yeah, dude. So you can see that pink shift. But like, look at that. That's better. Do you see how that's better than these next to it? These ones, I'm not going to say, I wouldn't compare these. I'm not trying to compare apples to oranges. These glitters are body glitters. These are all meant to be liquid eyeshadows. And of the liquid eyeshadows, like that, yes. These were perfect when they were brand new. If you got $24 to spare on something that's only going to last you like 3 months, go for it, because they were freaking phenomenal when I first got them, but now they really let me down. I'm really bummed about that. Bummed. EQ. All right, let's do like the comparison stuff. So, these are my ColourPop glitters. I have more than just these. I've got several of their monochromatic color story eyeshadow palettes, which do have, there you go, which do have the pressed glitters in quite a few of them. So these, I actually got duplicates of, I think this one is Hungry Ghost. I think that's what that gold one is. And I think I have duplicates of it, which is why this supposed to be 12 pan situation is currently an 11 pan situation because I got duplicates. So I threw it elsewhere in my collection. So just to compare, let's do Shiny Misfits because that one made me real happy, to the Dear Katie Brown, so you can compare size, because I believe if you buy the ColourPop ones or the Dear Katie Brown ones, they're going to cost the same amount per. Oh my god, it's the last one, of course, that I open. So this is Shiny Misfits by Dear Katie Brown. And here are a glitter bundle from ColourPop. So the ColourPop ones, obviously, in this format are, you can move them around because they're just in a regular magnetic palette. And then the Dear Katie Brown ones are actually in palettes, but if you buy them as singles, that's fine. I don't know if you're seeing any major differences just looking at them this way, but let's see if I can find two colors that are similar to each other. And we'll swatch them next to each other. Oh, I know I can do this. Okay, because like I said, I've got all of these color options from Dear Katie Brown. All of them. All of the options that ever were. So let's figure it out, man. Oh no. Don't want to drop my glitters. Okay. This is okay. So since I already mentioned this Hungry Ghost, yeah, I even got the shade name right. I remember it because I was bummed out that I got 2 of that and not 1 of another one that I wanted. But Hungry Ghost is pretty pop. Oh my god. All right, so look what just happened. I didn't go digging at all, but that just came apart, which I'm not going to waste that. Let's put it, let's have a glitter throat. Look at this. How much? Why? Why did that just happen? I haven't had these that long. Ooh, glitter throat, hello. I make myself laugh. That's really bizarre. Okay, so let's make that the first point of comparison. So when I go into a Dear Katie Brown glitter, which I just did all of them, you can see the evidence of me having done all of them. That didn't happen to any of those. So let's find one similar to Hungry Ghost. It's not perfectly similar, but we'll grab one that's like, yeah, that was one of the complaints I had about the shades that I personally have from Dear Katie Brown. I wanted a yellow and I wanted a red, and I really didn't get either of those. So really what Hungry Ghost is, it's a duochrome that looks like translucent and then has some color to it. So we'll take one similar to that from Dear Katie Brown. This one here I think is called Hector, and this is the Zodiac palette. So this one here is what I think will be comparable in terms of, not the exact shade, but the way the reflect is being, this is so weird. I've never had a glitter throat before, but I'm really vibing on it. Okay, so when I just touch the Dear Katie Brown ones, like, that's kind of what I'm getting. Did you see? I'm going to do it again so you can, I'll make sure you see the whole thing of me just like tapping in there. That's how much I get in this finger with just the tappy. And then if I like drag across it, I get like that much. Okay. So these are all Dear Katie Brown. And I'm going to do that next to Hungry Ghost. Ooh. Should I do that? That's awkward. Let's do it. Freaking awkward as fudge. Meep, meep, meep. What is going on? Okay, so basically when I put my finger into Hungry Ghost, I got so much. Okay, I have to actually show you me doing it so you can see why that is just stunning me, that there's so much texture coming up. Because I just did like as gently as I could, and it's just coming off in like flakes. Man, it still looks beautiful though. Like my neck is so shiny. This is Hungry Ghost by ColourPop. Holy crap. I really do wish I could just cover my whole body in glitter sometimes. But yeah, that's kind of a difference. Let me see if I can just, my pants are getting so glittery that I can't like wipe my hands off on my pants because my pants have more, it's like an equal ratio of glitter on my fingers and my pants. So here's, you know what, we'll do it with this one instead because I think this one's closer to the shade. This one is in, oh my gosh, no. Okay, be smarter than the palette, dingus. All right, there we go. I only have 11, so I can shift them around. This is an island hopping right here. And see, hold it back so you can kind of see the color. And let's see what happens with this one. If I just tap it in, that's how much I get. If I swipe to get it, it's just like Hungry Ghost. There's just like, it's crumbling, and I'm trying to like press it back down into the pan because I don't want to lose it. So this was just like a little tap, and that was like a little gentle swipe. Again, I don't want to ruin my glitters. I'm going to wear them. So let's do here. This is color, and it's, the result of that is that you get a butt ton of glitter, oh, on your skin. Okay, that's exciting and very fun. And then let's do the one that I think is similar from Dear Kitty Brown, which is, if I swirl my finger in that one, I can get the same sort of effect of like, if I swirl, I can sort of get that same effect of picking up like too much. So here's the Dear Kitty Brown in Hector. And that was just one go. You know, the top one got 2 goes. This one is Island something from ColourPop. This one is Hector, I believe, from Dear Kitty Brown. So, man, do those seem comparable to you? I'm going to do them on my finger just so we can sort of see them a little closer to the camera because I can't put my chest up there. All right, all right, all right. I'm just tapping into it like that, which is a little nutso. Can you even see really a difference? Here's ColourPop, here's Dear Kitty Brown. Let's do it like in my hand. Yeah. Ooh, yeah, so like sheer and shimmery. Oh, but it's not really coming off my finger though. Is that because my hand skin is too smooth? You see the blue cast from this one, and then this one looks more like silvery and has bigger chunkies in it. But it's not that this one doesn't have chunkies, it's just that they're all stuck on my finger. What's going on? And that's the ColourPop one, by the way, that I'm having a hard time getting it to show up. And let me just show you, I guess, the pan, because I want you to see like the texture in it. It's not like smooth on the top. You can see like little hills and waves in the glitter pan. So let's do it again. So I want to actually, what's going on here? I want to compare them close to each other. And so I want the glitters. All right, it does not want to get off of my finger, the ColourPop one. Now it might apply differently with a brush, but there you go. The ColourPop one has that blue shift, and the Dear Kitty Brown is beside it. And I just thought they were kind of similar in terms of the amount and size of glitter particles in there. And again, if I hold this one up, you'll see, I'm not lying, it does also have those larger particles, which it's got like the little shimmery white ones, and then it's got the larger, slightly larger, to give it more of that texture, which you could see here, right? This was the ColourPop one here, and then Dear Kitty Brown below it. So you can see that one's got a little bit, yeah, okay. I wanted them to be closer for you to see, but I think upon repeat swatching, that island situation it wants to be an island of its own. It does not, it's not happy. Okay, oh, and then we still got to make comparisons to Tati. And maybe we'll do it with this one. Okay, it's going to be too dark, but just run with me here. So this one is ColourPop. The same thing is happening where it's just like, can you see the texture just like coming up and out of the pan? Absolutely not something that would happen with a powder shadow, but it's like I left a dip in there and I need to like press the glitters back down. So here's ColourPop, and let's play musical pans so I can take that out and tell you the color. It's like a magenta pink. when I'm naming colors, I always, yeah, Freebird is that one. I always think back to like my Crayola 88 box. Okay, so here's Freebird from ColourPop. Nice, pretty clean swatch in terms of like depositing the color on the skin where I'm trying to deposit it, and then not so much on my finger. So that's Freebird by ColourPop. And then let's grab Tati's again. It's going to be in the color Poet, and hers is not that pink. Okay, and hers is not doing that thing in the pan where it's like kicking up a lot of texture. It seems like it's a little bit smoother. And then let's do that one in the middle. Can you see? And then that's how much is left on my finger. So I think probably that edge there is just where I didn't really swipe it, but yeah, just a little bit of glitter on my finger. And then let's find a Dear Katie Brown one to compare. So obviously that's a lot deeper. Can I do any better with my ColourPops? I'll check the pink palette. Does that have a pressed glitter in it? This is Ooh La La. No, it does not. Kathleen Lights also has a palette that I have. It's called So Jaded, and it also has a couple of pressed glitters in there. So let's just grab that and check real quick. It's got Topaz and Opal are the two in her palette that look similar to what we've already seen. And that Opal one looks a lot like this one. It looks like it could just be a mix of the two of those. And then Topaz seems like it's like kind of a pressed version like. Let's look at the Dear Katie Brown ones, because I thought there was someone somewhere, there was one similar. It was like red and, like a reddened orange. Where are you? Maybe I'm wrong. When I'm wrong, I say I'm wrong. I don't know. I thought there was one in there, but that I'll show you because I obviously can't explain it or give you a good comparison. But what a nice swatch that is. It's unlike the other loose, plain, by themselves glitters that I have from ColourPop. That one looks more like, on the finger, the Tati one. So let's put it right next to a Tati one. Let's do, ooh, which one? Maybe, so this one's too like silvery. This one is too orangey. And then this one is like sort of bronzy, but that bronzy one has some of the multi-dimensional situation that this one does. So let's do that one, and that's Ritual. So you can see in terms of like smoothness on my finger. Can you see a difference? Can you tell? Ooh, I'm not sure I can. But that Tati one in Soothe that I, like, that was just me picking up like a little wave of glitter. So ColourPop, Tati, Tati. Let's put those somewhere as well. Oh no, I can't. That's what I'm talking about. That stupid Smith and Cult thing that like you can't even see that it's there. I'm gonna swatch over you jerk. So that was Kathleen Lights. There's Tati, and here's a little Tati. Ooh, Kathleen's is definitely warmer. Let's do, yeah. I don't think the other one in the Tati Beauty palette is going to be closer though, because the one that's a little warmer than that is like orange, and it's right there. And let's put it right next to Kathleen, right there. See, like too warm. But like if you were told that these three were all in the same palette together, would you think that one of them didn't belong? I don't think so. And I actually also learned that the company that makes Tati's palettes is the same company that formulates ColourPop's. So it would make sense that they have at least a comparable formula. And there's sort of some evidence of that. So super nice. Let's go back to that pinky guy, because this was the Dear Katie Brown. Here was the Tati. It's more like a frosty pink, right? Yeah, it's like a pinkier pink. It's not like that. Oh, is it a little like? Okay, maybe that one. So fun to just like look through. Maybe that one. That one seems like it'll be a comparable one. Yeah, here we go. Okay, this one is also like a champagne-y pink. It's a little bit more lavender, I would say, and it also has a couple of bigger glitter particles in it. So let's get all three together. Whoa, did I? What have I done? It was this one. It was the ColourPop one that I put down, not Dear Katie Brown. So that was ColourPop, Tati, and then let's do Dear Katie Brown. What do you think? The color is obviously a little cooler and more silvery there. Just came off my finger nicely. What do you think? Do Tati's glitters look like the formula is really different? I don't know. Okay, so let's do a couple more and see if I can find an exact shade dupe for some of the remaining glitters. So Soothe is the one I thought I might be able to find a dupe for, and Soothe is this one right here. So let's get it on my finger and then we'll compare it. Oh my gosh, I gotta like dig to try to get the glitter off my fingers to make this fair. All right, we'll just get it anyway. Okay, so Soothe, I'm gonna put it on my middle finger so that I can put a ColourPop and a Dear Katie Brown next to it or something like that. Ooh, you really don't have to go in hard at all. And I think the level of just like smoothness and evenness of the ColourPop, or sorry, oh my god, of Tati's glitter, that's nice. Okay, so now we're gonna look for something similar color-wise to Tati's Glitter Soothe. And in ColourPop, maybe that one right there. What do you think? It's definitely the most similar of those. So let's put that on my ring finger. Feels a little bit grittier, but still the same like smoothness of opacity. Those look pretty freaking similar. Okay, now let's look at what it's called. That one is called Renegade. Okay, so middle finger here we've got Soothe. Ring finger is Renegade from ColourPop. And then let's see if we can find a Dear Katie Brown one as well to compare. And again, the Dear Katie Brown ones are, ooh, this one's pretty freaking close. Actually, it's really close to the ColourPop one. Okay, so what I'm looking at is in the Zodiac palette, this guy right here. So what do you think? Kind of similar, right? Let's put it on the pinky. That'll be further away from Tati's, but I did think it was pretty close to this one. Maybe a little bit more. Yeah, it's a little orangier. These two are more similar to each other. But let's back it up so you can see like the undertones of them. Okay, and we'll keep looking through Dear Katie Brown for a Soothe dupe. And I can just reference my fingers here. It's nice. Let's see. This one here, I think is called Archer. That looks like it could maybe. Let's go ahead and do it. Definitely way more cool toned. And like taupey gray. But it's, yeah, interesting. Again, if you had to compare like what you're seeing in terms of formula with the swatches done by the same person on the same hands, do you think the formulas look that different? Let's check the last one and just see if there's something better. Maybe this one, but I think it's going to be a little bit too like yellowy gold. But yeah, it's Tati's is a little bit more pinky. So I think the best comparison then is going to be that first one that I found, which I believe was the ColourPop one, if I'm not being a dingus. But we'll put them all next to each other and just, ooh, is this going to be possible? All right, let's do this. All right, so that's Dear Katie Brown. Here, middle finger is Tati's. In Soothe. That's how much is left. Again, these two fingers have done a lot of swatching, so maybe it's not fair to look at the amount of residue on those. And then these last two are Dear Katie Brown. No. This one on the middle finger is ColourPop in the color Renegade. And then this last one was the more golden one from Dear Katie Brown. Feels so weird, but like, I mean, the forehead's kind of a good place to swatch, right? So, I don't know. Can you see a difference in the formula? Obviously, this one's way too dark. Here's Soothe. Here's Renegade, I think. And then that was something else. That was Jessica in the Dear Katie Brown Basic Gangster. Do the formulas look different to you? Different enough that if all you wanted from Tati were these glitters, and you already purchased from ColourPop, you got an easy option to add a $5 glitter to your order. And if you prefer like the small, like single person running a company by herself, then you could live your best life with Dear Katie Brown, which is this one and this one. So man, is that right? Okay. So what else can I show you? I can show you, so since this one is kind of gray gunmetal-y, let's compare it to the black glitter in Tati's palette. Oh my gosh, this is going to be an hour of glitter with Alicia. Greatest hour of my life. So I'll take this one from her memory line. Sorry, memory column. Okay. Here's what it looks like on my finger. And then we'll put it right next to the Dear Katie Brown one. I'm not really going to make any judgment about that. This is how much is left from Tati's. I'll let you make the judgment on whether you think they're similar. I think they're pretty similar. Look how much glitter is on me right now. This is the happiest I am going to be in a while. Oh, they're so nice. They're so nice. Okay, what else do we have? What else do you have for us, Tati? I don't know that any of the rest of them are really, really unique. I think the most unique one is Aura, which is this column here. And that's because it has green and like pink? Green and purple in with the champagne glitter color. So you can maybe see some of that. See, now you can see, like, it's just so different. My foundation color for my neck. All right, so here's Tati in Aura. Is that correct? Aura. Ooh. And it blended out kind of nice too, right? Yep, that one's Aura. So let's see if there's anything similar to that, because that one is kind of unique in being that like pinky champagne color, but also having some multi-dimensional reflects. And let's just look at my arm real quick and see if anything seems to like ring a bell from these Dear Kitty Brown ones. That one, no, that one right there. So that would be the, which one did I swatch last? Let's see, nope. Nope, did that first. Noble, are you from Noble? No. No. Where are you? I found one, I swear. Oh, right there. Here she is. It's from the Zodiac palette, and its name is Fizzle. I guess I should put them on fingers next to each other again. Such a dork. I just keep forgetting like what I'm doing. Oh, it's a little too pink. The Tati one is more champagne, but what's similar between the two is that they both have sort of a base color. This one from Dear Kitty Brown is more of a pinky, but it has reflex of green and blue. And then in Tati's, overall the largest glitter size is still smaller, but it also has those like green reflex pretty strong. And then I think I had seen some purple. So here is the Tati one. I'll just like increase her swatch mass here. She's pretty. And then here's the Dear Kitty Brown one right next to it. It's kind of awkward to swatch on your same side. So there's that. Do you feel like the density is the same in the two? Do you feel like Tati's kind of got an edge there? Well, I don't want it to be unfair because I did swatch more of Tati's. So let's get a little bit more of the Dear Kitty Brown one. I just tapped into it. I didn't like pull and drag. And let's see whether that evens the playing field. And you can also get an idea now of what it's like to layer between these two brands. So, Soothe, Fizzle. I feel like the crab in Moana. So shiny. But living for it. Like, look, glitter neck, glitter throat. Just glitter everywhere. So yeah, I think that's probably enough glitter swatches to let you sort of make up your own mind about formulas, what you're seeing, or not even make up your mind at all, but just be like me and say, oh, I don't need to choose, I'll just have all of them. I feel like this situation on my forehead is like, it's great. Yeah, this comparison I liked a lot. Did I just redo this here? What do I can't keep track of all the glitters I've done at this point. But yeah, hopefully that was like good in terms of giving you some shade alternatives. If you don't like Tati, if you don't like ColourPop, if you don't like Kitty Brown, and you want to look at what other companies have to offer, these are some of the different finishes, shades. I like it when that like catches. Ooh, it's so pretty. And then, yeah, at least in my collection, I have the most of Dear Kitty Brown, so I have the most color selection in her shadows, in her glitters. But if you wanted a more neutral palette of glitters from Dear Kitty Brown, I think this top one is the most neutral, because the only like colors in it are like that one, and maybe a little bit that one. But the rest of them are pretty neutral. And that one was the, I want to say Noble, but I'm not positive. Yeah, that one's the Noble palette. It's got what I would say like pretty neutral 5 to 6 shades, and then you've also got a little bit of interest still in there. I'll hold it back so you can see the colors a little bit better. And to be fair, you can see a little bit of like texture. Like, what is that? Where'd that come from? That's from a different shadow. I bet it's from Hungry Ghost. Like just chunks of Hungry Ghost all over the place. I'll just add it to all of its friends. Oh, as long as we're here, I'll show you how I do glitter highlight. Because I do sometimes tap the glitters over my highlight. And you might think this as a highlight, no. But that's not how I do it. I've got just a very like soft glow going on right now. So what I would do is I would go into the Noble palette, for example, and I would take this guy right here and tap into it a little bit. That's how much is on my finger, and that's too much. So go, boop, let my fingers kiss and distribute the product between the two of them so it looks more like that. And then I tap on top of my cheekbones. And that keeps it from being super ultra concentrated. And you still can't see it dead on, but when I turn, you'll see like the glitter chunkies. And that's how much is left on my finger after just tapping on my cheekbone. I'll do it on the same thing here. Oh, and I actually have a little mirror in Dear Katie Brown, which is nice. I'll let you look to see if you feel like it picked up the product underneath or whether you feel like it just looks like anything you would be interested in. And this side, I don't know how it would be different side by side, but if I put more on one side or whatever. So that's how I would personally do glitter as like a highlight topper. I limit the amount of product that's on my fingers and keep it kind of sheer, like a sheer coverage on my fingers, and then I just tap. And then it doesn't tend to look crazy straight on, but when you would normally have your highlight catch, instead of having a stripe of it, you have a glitter of it. A little constellation of glitter. So, oh man, okay, last thing I should do is I should like put them on my eyelids over top of my eyeshadow and give you a comparison when they're actually on the eyes instead of on the forehead. So let's go for, which ones were really similar? Let's do this one. It was too pinkish. Were these the two closest ones? And what were they? That was too long ago for me to even remember. All right, let's pick one from Tati's first, and then we'll go ahead and see if we can match it somewhere. I think it was Soothe. Was that Soothe? This is Soothe. This is Aura. Oh no, Soothe and the Aura ones are over here. Soothe is on my forehead. And yeah, let's do the Aura ones. Let's do like these two. Or are those two better? All right, let's do these two. So I think one is going to be Aura. And when I apply glitters to my eyelids, I use my finger. I don't use a brush, which is also part of why, for me, finger swatches really make sense, because that's how I will apply it anyway. So that's how much I got on my finger. And that to me is reasonable. Like, I don't want to have like chunks of glitter sitting on my finger. So there you can really see how much is on there. And then I will look into my mirror, and I usually tip my chin up so that the crease in my eye goes away. So if I look straight on, I still have a crease, but if I tilt, it smooths everything out. So I look down into my mirror, and then I typically go to the inner third, right near the inner corner, and that's where I tap it. I'll swipe a little bit, and then I tap the edges. So I swipe just at the very middle, and then I tap the edges to sort of diffuse the glitter out. And that's what it looks like. I could go a little heavier, and I'll do that after I put the other one on this side. Let's find your equivalent. Man, I should have like kept a list going here, so I wouldn't. It's probably on the bottom one. Let's just start there. It's not that one. Is it that one? Oh, it is that one. Okay. So I'm doing the same thing with, nope, it's not Jessica. What did I call it? Was it? Yeah. Okay. Maybe it's Jessica. I don't know. It could also be, what else? Oh my gosh. I can't remember what I've done. There's too many glitters. A sentence I will never say again. All right, whatever. It's going to be fine. So this is what we're going to use from Dear Katie Brown. Where did you come from? I don't even remember, but I'll do the same thing. Look down into the mirror, go to the inner third, swipe a little, and then tap a little. I know a lot of people like to put theirs in like the center. Ooh, I just like tapped up here, and sometimes they do let my glitter go like everywhere. But I usually just tappy tap it out. And that's the two of those compared. In the mirror, I think the chunks of glitter, like the particle size is a little bigger in the Dear Katie Brown, so it makes it look brighter with a sheer application. But I will go back into Tati's and get a little bit more of Aura and then build that. Oh, gotta use this. Yeah. So that's kind of what I get. And in terms of like just walking around, do I see a big difference between the two sides just in my mirror? Tati's has, at least in this light, I'm seeing more of the multi-dimensional colors in Tati's, but neither one is looking more shiny or sparkly than the other. Also in terms of formula of them laying down nicely, I'll get as close as I can without like face palming, screen facing. It's late. I'm being stupid. But I don't see a whole lot of difference. It wasn't more difficult to apply one or the other. I think it's going to come down to shade preferences, texture preferences. Obviously, the Katie Brown ones are coming in all glitter, so you're not going to get any mattes or metallics to pair. You're just getting glitter. And if you already have plenty of neutral palettes and you would like to pair glitter with them, you don't need to get a palette that gives you neutrals and glitter. You could just get one glitter palette or a couple of glitter singles, and you would be able to make your own pairings of matte shadows, satin shadows, metallic shadows, and then the glitter. And I do think if you have hooded eyes like mine, when I'm looking dead on, it's not super overwhelming that I have glitter on my eyes. I don't look necessarily like a glitter bomb. You only really see a lot of the sparkle show up when I blink. And when I look straight on it, I'm not putting it all over everywhere. I keep it concentrated to the inner third, and for me that makes it very wearable. I definitely do wear glitter to school. I wear glitter to work. I don't think it's unprofessional, but of course if you work in a place where you can't wear makeup, you probably can't also wear glitter. But if you are interested in getting a little bit of a sparkle, you could consider doing this, halving the amount. So like tap it off again, and then do a little bit of glitter on your cheekbones or stick right there. You could also do your inner corners, but right now, having it where I've got it on the inner third of my eyelids, I have a barrier between the glitter and my eyeball. The barrier is my eyelashes. If you put it in your inner corners, which is one of my favorite places to like highlight with a really popping color, there is no barrier between my inner corner and my eyeball. So if you do go to rub your eyes, at least on your eyelid, you've got your lashes for any fallout, fall down situation. So you've at least got that little bit of a layer. If you do stick them in your inner corners, I would potentially recommend doing like a single crystal instead of doing like a glitter like this that has grit to it. I think I probably have gone in and like taken a single lightning bolt from like the Smith & Colt type thing and then just set it right there. Did it even go? No, because this is the worst glitter in all of creation. Oh my god. Did I get it? Is it in it? Yeah, it's in there. So I'll do something like that where it's just a single glitter fleck. If that makes you still get that little effect you're looking for, but without piling on some of this grit. But again, look, that came right off, and I hate you, Smith & Colt, for making this look so beautiful in the pan and apply so poorly in practice. Those are all the thoughts I have right now on all of these glitters. I don't want to take it off because for me, this is like my ideal state. Like I've achieved my final form, I've gone Super Saiyan, and then this is what I looked like. And yeah, I hope you liked it. I hope you love glitter as much as I do, and if you don't, you're not here. So yeah, if you guys have any questions or you want to see shade comparisons or other dupes, I have other glitters, probably. So if you do want to see more or you have a question about a specific glitter brand, LMK, because obviously I have a lot that I could compare them to. So I'm just like really happy. I want to take like a billion selfies. The most surprising thing is like how fun I think glitter throat is. Oh, I want to show you the last place where I really like putting glitter. So you can see here I just put it on the tops of my cheekbones. But my other favorite thing to do is to drag it down, not from necessarily the center of my eyes, but now I've been taking it into my highlight from my lower lash line. So let me just show you with, I think this is the same color. I take it and I look down into my mirror again and I make this face to like even out my under eye crinkles. I go right under my lashes and I tap. And then I take it right into the highlight. And it looks like tears a little bit. And I like that so much. I think it's so pretty. I've been doing it with the colourpop, the Anna and Elsa palettes when I've done makeup with those. I just go right under my lashes there. And again, like when you're looking straight on, it doesn't really look like glitter, kind of like this is like, it's more concentrated. But when it just like catches the light even more there, I think it looks a little bit like tears. And if I were crying and it were glitter, it would be really unsafe. So yeah, all right, now that I'm freaking covered in glitter, thanks for hanging out. I really appreciate it. I've been Alicia, and you've been a sparkling addition to my life right now. So yeah, leave any comments. Let me know if you want to see anything else. And I'll probably do it if you want it. So, okay, bye.